Marriage is like a football game. Both players gotta give it their all, or someone's getting tackled hard. I'm Jake Miller, a 35-year-old IT guy from Austin, Texas, married to Ashley Turner, a marketing chick obsessed with TikTok. For 7 years, I was the perfect husband. I made coffee, cooked dinners, fixed her car, even picked her Netflix shows. But Ashley? She started treating me like a roommate she barely liked. One Friday night, I dragged myself home after a 12-hour workday, craving some connection with my wife. I just wanted a beer, a chat, maybe a movie like old times. Ashley was glued to her phone, scrolling TikTok like a zombie. I tried talking about my day, suggesting a movie night. She yawned, barely looking up. "Jake, I'm tired. I'm not here to entertain you." I pushed, saying I felt like we were roommates, not spouses. That's when she dropped the bomb. "I'm not your maid to cater to your needs, Jake. Find your own happiness." Her words hit like a sucker punch. 7 years of me bending over backward, and she called it a burden. Right then, I saw the game she was playing. Her words lit a fire in me. If she had no duty to make me happy, I had no duty to make her happy either. She just set the new rules for our marriage. I smirked and said, "Fine, babe. Let's play your way." She thought she'd won. Oh, she had no idea what was coming. The next morning, Ashley woke up expecting her usual coffee by the bed. I was in the kitchen, sipping my beer, scrolling through sports news. She stumbled in, hair a mess, eyeing the empty counter. "Where's my coffee?" she asked. I shrugged. "Not my job, babe," she laughed, thinking I was kidding. She was so wrong. If you've ever felt like a doormat in your own home, hit that like button and subscribe to see how I turn the tables. Saturday morning, the Austin sun blazed through our kitchen window. I lounged at the table, munching on a bagel, scrolling through NFL updates. Ashley shuffled in, expecting her coffee ritual. She stared at the empty counter, then at me. "Coffee's not gonna make itself," I said, eyes on my phone. She muttered something and fumbled with the coffee maker. The machine hissed like it was mad at her too. Ashley shot me a look, waiting for me to cave. I didn't. I was done playing her servant. Her no-duties rule was now my playbook. I felt a spark of freedom, like I'd just broken out of a bad contract. That night, I ditched our usual barbecue dinner for a solo pizza order. Pepperoni, extra cheese, just for me. I sprawled on the couch, watching college football highlights. Ashley came home, sniffed the air, and grinned. "Pizza? Got some for me?" she asked. I pointed at the box. "This is mine. Order your own, babe." Her jaw dropped like I just canceled her Netflix. "You're serious?" she asked. I nodded, biting into a slice. "I got what I wanted. You're independent, right? DoorDash is 24/7. She stomped to the kitchen, muttering curses, and ordered her own food. I smirked, savoring my pizza and my new attitude. By Monday, I was in full rebellion mode. Ashley always left her car on empty, expecting me to fill it up. When she whined about needing gas for a meeting, I sipped my beer and said, "Costco's 5 minutes away. You got this." Her glare could have melted steel, but I was already back to my phone. I called my buddy Tyler, a single guy who thinks marriage is a life sentence. He showed up with a 6-pack of Lone Star and a plan. "Bro, if she wants every man for himself, live like you're single. Hit the bars with me," I laughed and agreed. Friday night, I put on my best shirt, splashed on cologne, and headed to a downtown Austin bar. The music was loud, neon lights flashed, and I felt 25 again. Tyler pointed at some girls dancing. "You've still got it, man," he said. I wasn't there to cheat, but the vibe was electric. Ashley texted, asking where I was. "Out," I replied. "Don't wait up." She sent a string of question marks. I ignored them. When I got home, Ashley was on the couch, fuming. "Where were you?" she snapped. I shrugged. "Bar. Had fun." "You wanted freedom, I'm taking mine." She glared but said nothing. I knew she was starting to feel the heat. Her rules were backfiring, and I was just getting started. The next day, Ashley needed her dry cleaning picked up. Normally, I'd handle it. Not today. "It's at the cleaners," I said, not looking up from my laptop. "You can grab it." She scoffed. "Seriously, Jake? This is how you're gonna be?" I grinned. "Yup. Your rules, babe." To rub it in, I spent money on myself. Instead of getting Ashley those Taylor Swift tickets she'd been hinting at, I snagged 2 premium seats for the Longhorns game. When she asked about weekend plans, I said, "I'm watching football." Wanna come? Buy your own ticket. Her face turned red, but I just opened another beer. The real kicker came when our lawnmower broke. Ashley always left yard work to me. This time, she dragged it out, sweating under the Texas sun, cursing as it sputtered. I stood on the porch, sipping lemonade. "You got this, independent lady," I shouted. She flipped me off, but I just laughed and went inside. Tyler texted, egging me on. "Fake a Tinder profile, bro. That'll make her panic." I didn't go that far, but I changed the Netflix password. Ashley yelled from the living room, "Jake, why's Netflix locked?" I shouted back, "Figure it out. I'm busy living my best life." Her curses echoed through the house. My rebellion was in full swing. Ashley thought I was just being petty, but I was playing her game better than she ever could. Every time she glared, I reminded her, "This is what you wanted, right?" She was starting to crack, and I was loving every second of it. By now, the house felt like a Texas thunderstorm waiting to break. Ashley was used to me jumping at her every whim, but I'd flipped the script. No more coffee, no more dinners, no more playing her personal Uber. Every time she hinted for help, I hit her with a shrug and a handle it yourself, independent queen. Her glares were sharper, but I saw the panic creeping into her eyes. One Tuesday, Ashley dragged in after work, heels clicking, looking beat. She flopped on the couch, sighing dramatically, expecting me to ask about her day. I was at the table, tearing into spicy wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, eyes on my phone for NFL scores. She eyed my plate. "Got any for me?" she asked, voice hopeful. I wiped my hands. "Nope, just my share. Uber Eats is still open." Her face froze, like I just deleted her TikTok account. "You didn't get me anything?" she asked. I shook my head. "I got what I wanted. You're good on your own, right?" She stormed to the kitchen, banging jars, muttering about my attitude. I bit into another wing, grinning. The score was Jake, 3, Ashley, still 0. Thursday brought a classic Austin downpour. Ashley called from her office parking lot, soaked. "Jake, I forgot my umbrella. Can you pick me up?" I was sprawled on the couch, watching football replays, beer in hand. "Sounds like your problem," I said. "Uber's cheap," she yelled. "You're just watching TV," I laughed. "Yup, enjoying my freedom. You got this." She hung up, probably cursing me in the rain. Ashley switched to emotional warfare. One night, she appeared in the living room, eyes teary, mascara smudged like a bad rom-com. "Jake, what's happening to us?" she whimpered, waiting for me to melt. I was scrolling Reddit, unfazed. "Nothing's happening. I'm just living by your no-duties rule." She stood there, expecting a hug. I kept scrolling, like she was a pop-up ad. She called in reinforcements. Her mom, Karen, rang from Houston, voice like a courtroom judge. "Jake, why are you treating my daughter like this? Marriage takes sacrifice." I sipped my beer. "Tell Ashley that." She said I should find my own happiness, Karen stammered, then rambled about men's duties. I cut her off. "Tell Ashley to pay her half of the electric bill first." Next came Brittany, Ashley's sister, texting me. "Jake, Ashley's crying all week. What did you do?" I replied, "Ask her what she did to make me feel like a stranger in my own house." Brittany went silent. Ashley's victim story wasn't holding up. I was starting to enjoy this. Then Chad, our nosy neighbor, knocked on the door. He stood there in his polo shirt, preaching. "Jake, marriage needs understanding." I handed him a beer. "Tell Ashley that when she told me to find my own joy." "Wanna mediate? Start with her dish pile." Chad chugged the beer and bolted. Ashley tried a sneakier move. She called her friend Tiffany on speakerphone, whining loud enough for me to hear. "Jake's so cold now." Tiffany chimed in. "Men are so selfish." I walked by, sipping lemonade. "Selfish? Remind me who said find your own happiness first, Ashley." She fumbled the phone, face red. Tiffany definitely heard. By the weekend, Ashley went full drama queen. She sat in the corner, sighing like a soap opera star. "Don't you miss how happy we were?" she asked, eyes glistening. I looked up from my book. "Happy? You mean when I did everything and you did TikTok?" "Nah, I'm good." She bit her lip, out of moves. The heat was on, and she was sweating. Ashley still thought I'd cave eventually, back to being her errand boy. She was wrong. I decided to hit her where it hurt, her 33rd birthday. Normally, I'd pull out all the stops, cake, flowers, maybe tickets to a concert. This year, I'd serve her a big slice of her own independence philosophy. On her birthday morning, Ashley stayed in bed, waiting for her usual coffee and gift. I was in the kitchen, munching Cheerios straight from the box, scrolling Twitter for football gossip. She wandered in, silk robe on, hair perfect, eyes hopeful. "Anything special today?" she asked, voice sweet. I crunched my cereal. "Nice day. Might catch the game." Her smile faded fast. "It's my birthday," she said, sharper now. I shrugged. "Happy birthday. Want a party? Plan it yourself." "I'm not feeling it." Her face went white, like I'd just cancelled her Wi-Fi. She stormed to the bathroom, slamming the door. I heard her muttering curses as I kept eating. The real fireworks came at Chad's neighborhood barbecue that night. Ashley dressed like she was hitting a red carpet, red dress, full makeup, ready to shine. She expected me to play the perfect husband, showing her off. No chance. At the grill, she smiled. "Jake, grab me a lemonade?" I held my beer. "It's over there. You've got legs." Heads turned. Chad nearly choked on his beer. Ashley laughed it off. "He's so funny." I didn't crack a smile. When Chad asked about her birthday plans, I said, "She's independent. Probably throwing her own party." "Right, babe?" Ashley's smile froze. The neighbors whispered. She was mortified. "Back home," she exploded. "You humiliated me in front of everyone." I sat on the couch, flipping channels. "Humiliated? You told me to find my own joy. I wasn't in the mood for your birthday." She pointed at me. "Birthdays are special," I laughed. "So were the nights I wanted my wife, but you were too busy with TikTok." She stormed off, eyes wet. That night, she tried a romantic dinner, burnt spaghetti, naturally. "Let's make up, Jake," she said, voice soft. I eyed the charred mess. "Thanks, but I'll pass." "Looks edible, though." She fumed as I grabbed a beer and watched the game. Her rules were biting her heart. Ashley wasn't ready to throw in the towel. She switched to seduction mode. One night, she slinked into the living room in a skimpy silk dress, hair loose, lips glossy. "Jake, wanna watch a movie?" she purred. I was playing Madden NFL, controller in hand. "Nah, I'm good. Netflix is all yours." She sat closer, hand on my arm. "Come on, it's been a while." I paused the game, looked at her, and smirked. "A while? Since you decided I'm not worth your time?" "Pass, babe. I'm not buying this act." Her face flushed, shocked at being shut down. She stomped off, heels clicking like gunfire. I went back to my game, grinning. Next, she went for the wallet. I found a credit card bill with an $800 Coach bag charge. She shrugged when I asked. "My money, my choice." I nodded. "Cool. My money's mine too." I moved my paycheck to a separate account. Ashley freaked when the joint account was empty. "Jake, we have bills," she yelled. I handed her a spreadsheet splitting costs 50-50. "Equality, babe. You pay your half, I pay mine." She stared at the numbers, panic in her eyes. No more free rides. She tried seduction again, with candles and wine. I sipped my beer. "Nice try, but I'm not in the mood. Maybe next time." Her last card was the divorce threat. She stood in the living room, hands on hips. "If you keep this up, we're done, Jake." I was eating Doritos, watching SportsCenter. "Cool, file the papers." "I'm good." She expected me to beg. I didn't. "You don't care?" she screamed. I shrugged. "You checked out months ago. Divorce just makes it official." Ashley was floored. Her trump card flopped. She stood there, deflated, realizing her game was crumbling. I munched my chips, feeling like I'd just won the Super Bowl. Ashley hit her limit. She packed a bag, announcing she was staying at Brittany's to think things over. She dragged her suitcase out, waiting for me to stop her. I opened the door. "Have fun, babe. Pay your bills before you go." She glared, stormed out. I locked the door, cracked a beer, and watched football. For 3 days, I lived like a bachelor. Pizza, beers with Tyler, even splurged on new speakers for my rock playlist. Tyler laughed. "You're living the dream, bro." Ashley, at Brittany's, spun her victim story. Brittany wasn't buying it. "You treated Jake like crap. Why's he gotta keep you happy?" Ashley came back, suitcase in tow, looking less cocky. I was reading on the couch, barely glancing up. "We need to talk," she said softly. I closed my book. "About what? New rules?" She sat down, voice shaky. "I was wrong, Jake. I shouldn't have said those things." I raised an eyebrow. Wrong about what? She listed her mistakes, ignoring me, acting entitled, thinking only I had to try. I nodded. Nice words. Prove it with actions. She started small, making coffee, asking about my day, suggesting a movie. I stayed cool. Thanks, but I'm not sold on promises yet. Ashley kept at it, but I wasn't letting my guard down. She'd broken trust, and fixing it wasn't a one-week job. I watched her closely, ready for her to slip back into old habits. Ashley was trying, I'll give her that. She made coffee daily, listened when I talked, even cooked tacos, though she nearly burned the kitchen down. I ate them, saying, not bad, but I'm not forgetting the past yet. She nodded, keeping at it. But the real test came when work stress hit her hard. One night, she came home grumpy, snapping at me. I'm exhausted, Jake. Don't bother me. I shrugged, went back to my single life mode, no dinner, no chit-chat, just football. 2 days of that, and she caught herself. I'm sorry, she said. Work's crazy, but I shouldn't take it out on you. She suggested marriage counseling, and I agreed. Fine, but you've got to show me this is real. We went, and she started learning to balance her independence with being a partner. She planned a date night, tacos and a movie, nothing fancy. I went, but stayed cautious. It's a start, I said. She nodded, determined. Ashley slipped once more, getting snappy during a work crunch. I went cold again. No coffee, no talk. She apologized fast. I messed up, Jake. I'm trying. She kept at it, planning small gestures like leaving me a note with my coffee. I saw effort, but I wasn't fully convinced yet. We hit a rhythm in counseling. Ashley admitted she'd been selfish, influenced by TikTok influencers preaching independence that she took too far. She started asking about my day, really listening. One night, she dragged me to a local taco joint, laughing when I teased her about her cooking. I joined in, but kept my guard up. By month 5, things felt different. Ashley wasn't perfect, but she was trying, cooking, planning dates, even watching football with me. I started softening, but I made it clear, no more one-sided deals, she agreed, and for the first time, I saw the woman I married, not the stranger she'd become. 6 months later, we had a real marriage, not perfect, but both of us were in it. Ashley threw me a surprise birthday party, forgetting the cake but grabbing donuts from Krispy Kreme. I laughed. You're getting there, but not winning Wife of the Year yet. She grinned. Give me time. We watched football, bickering over teams, feeling like us again. Ashley learned her lesson the hard way. She stopped treating me like a servant, started showing up as a partner. We weren't back to the honeymoon phase, but we were building something better, mutual respect. She made coffee, planned dates, even laughed at my bad football puns. I started trusting her again, but I stayed sharp. Marriage isn't one person groveling while the other takes. If you want love, give it. If you treat your partner like trash, don't cry when they return the favor. Ashley learned that. I learned to value myself first. You don't beg for respect, you demand it by refusing anything less. I remember one night, we sat on the couch, eating tacos, watching the Longhorns game. Ashley cheered for the wrong team, and I teased her mercilessly. She laughed, throwing a chip at me. It felt good, real. Not the old days where I did everything, but a new normal where we both showed up. Ashley still slips sometimes, getting snappy when work piles up. But now, she catches herself, apologizes, and tries harder. I don't let her off easy, I go cold until she steps up. Counseling helped her see how her independence was just selfishness in disguise. She's still learning, but so am I. The biggest win? I learned my worth. I'm not just a husband who fixes cars and pays bills. I'm a guy who deserves a partner, not a TikTok zombie. Ashley's not perfect, but she's trying, and that's enough for now. We're building something real, one taco night at a time. If you've ever taught someone a lesson they deserved, hit like, subscribe, and share your story below. Let's hear how you flipped the script on someone who took you for granted.